welcome to PCOA's Healthy Tidbits for Staying in Place. These sessions are brought to you by the certified instructors who are normally teaching PCOA's enhanced fitness classes. My name is Marty, and I'll be doing a 15-minute session, a seated stretch and range of motion, barefooting, but you don't have to. You can certainly do it with your shoes on. I just want you to definitely remember to move safely, which means be in a chair that supports you well, not going to dump you, and never move into pain. Kind of defeats the whole purpose. Trust when you stretch or when you move a joint in its full range of motion that you're not always going to necessarily feel it. Some muscles are really easy to feel when you stretch them, but just kind of trust where your body stops. Breathe the whole way through class. Yes, I know, quite a demand here, but and you know, have water if you would like that or not, and just have some fun with this. So seated stretch, range of motion. I'm going to play music. Oh, nice big stretch. So bring your breath with you, like just expand your lungs, feel your ribs expand. And let's do a swim kind of stretch. Lead with your pinky over, and then let's come back. Other arm over and back. And do that again, nice and graceful, as long and straight as your arm can go. Really reaching all the way down to the chair. One more time, over we go. And last time. Okay, now give the shoulders big circles. Trying to do that whole range of motion. Circle the other direction. Yeah. A couple alternating here. And then just gently start to pull the shoulder blades together on your back. Ooh, nice pull. It's going to stretch the whole front of the chest here. And relax. Scrape your chin on your chest. One direction and the other. A couple times. Nice and slow with this. One more over and back. Then lift your face and look over to the right. Kind of line your face up, pointed the same direction as the shoulder. And then other direction. Come back to center and just slowly nod your head. So gaze down at your lap. Gaze forward at the horizon and a little bit up where the wall meets the ceiling maybe. And then down we go, gazing at your lap. Lifting the head up and a little tiny tilt. And then line yourself up. So trying to lift the crown of the head. That's what I'd like you to think about. Lengthen the neck nice and long. Feel the length from the base of your spine all the way out the crown of your head. Okay. One more time with the neck turning And kind of relax the shoulders now. Instead of having them be lined up across, let them turn also. And move as far around as you like. And then we're coming out. So this is super slow. Other side. I'm going to start looking over my shoulder and keep moving and try to look behind me. One side often very different than the other. Breathe one more time into this twist. Then undo yourself nice and forward. Now scoot yourself forward in the chair and move your low back. So I'm trying to arch in the low back. Allow the low back to move toward the back of the chair, and then move it away from the chair and then back. So don't be lifting your shoulders with this. Just move your low back. And you'll feel yourself kind of roll forward and back. One more. Yeah. And one more twist. So kind of like we were, but this time lead with your torso. Lead with your belly. So your belly moves, and maybe you look over your shoulder again. Someone is sneaking up behind you. Other side, the belly goes first, and then go ahead and look over the shoulder. And undo that back to center. And the hands are going to go behind the head. So take a minute here, lifting the shoulders a little up and back, and then park the fingertips right behind the ears, little tilt. Nice lateral stretch, opening up one side, line yourself up, and open up the other side. Yeah, go again, nice and tall. Lateral stretch, open the ribs. And one more. Yeah, arms coming out. Now move all the way forward in your chair and go for a wide angle. So seated wide angle is with our knees nice and open. And this, just seated in this position, is sometimes really a nice intense stretch for the inner thighs. And you're nice and tall, your spine is long. You're leading with the crown of your head. I always like to think about if someone had us with our back to the wall and they were going to do our height check, we would lead that with the crown of the head. So same kind of thing, lengthening the neck. Okay, this is a hinge forward, and it's a hip stretch. You are going to adjust this forward lean, this hinging. So it's a long, straight spine. We're not rolling, we're lengthening. And then just come as far forward as your hips like. You know, a little movement might feel good, stillness might feel good. So sometimes forearms on the legs might be nice too. Breathe into this. And then just push yourself up. So you're still seated toward the front of the chair. This next move is an internal rotation of the leg. So this knee is going to travel toward that opposite foot. I'm going to move my foot around for comfort. So knee travels toward the foot, foot's adjusting itself so that this feels really nice in the hip. And then add this arm on the same side. Nice long stretch. I really like to give a little shove, just a muscle movement. I'm not pushing anything, but letting the knee travel toward the floor, and then a super long stretch. You might even like to add a little lift in your heart, little tiny back bend. And then down we go. Start to undo the leg and the arm. Pause for a minute here in the middle and set up for the other side. So again, the knee is traveling down toward the opposite foot, and I am rearranging the foot on this side. This feels totally different than my other side, very normal. Just try not to use information from one side for the other side, because you're often very different. So getting the leg position, adding that arm, and if it feels good, letting the heart lift. Nice and easy coming out of that. And the leg undoes. So you can often tell if you're pressing something a little too hard, if you'll pay attention to your breathing. If you're holding your breath, then you're kind of defeating the purpose. So you're just moving as far into anything as you can with the breath joining you. I'm going to rotate one ankle and then the other. That always feels good. I especially like my bare feet. So this one leg is going to straighten out and the heel is down, and kind of try and pull the top of the foot toward your shin. So straightening the leg, adjusting for comfort in the chair. I'm way at the front, and then just nice and long and straight. Good. Let's add the arms and then place them on this leg that's the supporting leg. We have the stretching leg, the supporting leg. Lift and lead with the low belly. So we're leaning forward here. The hamstring on the stretching leg, that's what you're paying attention to. The whole back of that leg, actually, not just the hamstring, the knee also, and the calf a little bit too, because you are stretching all of the back side of that leg. And you lean as much as feels good for you. Push yourself gently up. And here we go, a couple little rotations again. And then we'll switch to the other side. Leg is long, heel is down. I'm trying to draw the top of my foot toward my shin. I'm trying to really stretch the back of the knee and all that mighty muscle structure that we have in the backs of our legs. The hamstrings, the calves, that strong, powerful bunch of muscles. Okay, the low belly, kind of lift and lean. Support yourself on this leg that's not being stretched. Breathe. And gently push up. Okay. So once again, I'd like you to straighten the leg. And this time, we're having this bent knee lift up to the chest. Okay, I'm allowing myself to lean all the way back in the chair, and I'm drawing this leg as close as I can to my torso. Really adjust this for your own personal comfort. This is a hamstring stretch where I'm trying to undo this knee a little bit, but while I keep the thigh close to the chest to get this hamstring stretch. So you could add a little ankle rotation too and breathe into this stretch. My arms are really doing more work of trying to gently pull this leg toward my torso. Nice inhale, and then letting yourself sit all the way up. Both legs back in place. Now we're straightening one leg and allowing our torso to lean back. Find the chair, draw that bent knee in. Again, just adjusting for personal comfort. Remember how different you are side to side. Let your feet move around a little bit. Let your breath be nice and calm, and gently start to unbend the knee for a hamstring stretch. And as I said, it feels very different from one side to the next. And then undo that and stretch your toes. Add your fingers, super stretching the skin, all the muscles. Go ahead and clench, stretch, clench, stretch. Lift your toes. Add a stretch with your arms, one side, the other side, and then down go the toes on the balls of the feet. Lift your heels. Yeah. Let the shoulders go around a couple times, one direction and the other. Add a little rotation of the hip, of the torso, side to side. Keep your face lined up with your heart. Extend the arms, bring them around. Give yourself a nice little hug. And thank you all. Make sure to check out all the sessions that we've posted on PCOA's YouTube channel. Tell your friends and stay safe and healthy always. Thank you so much.